Oh, yeah, okay.
The teleprompter.
Yeah.
And you're just being the man who's reading
Yeah,
the
but
teleprompter.
when I read the teleprompter, that's going to come down on me.
No, but you read everything on the teleprompter, and it's on Fiend to make sure that everything on the teleprompter is copy edited, punctuated properly.
Right, so I'm mad here because he's playing Sentinel, but he's not playing Rock.
Dude, but neither of them are.
Yeah.
This is the one opportunity for somebody to bust out Dwayne Johnson himself.
Uncle Dwayne.
We've got 2 Sentinels on the screen. Okay, I like the Sentinel pick for Wrenched. It makes sense. He's got solid Katars, and his hammer on his Bodvar was looking clean. Fiend, he actually really likes hammer characters. Like, in his pool of characters, tends to be pretty hammer-centric, but I actually really like his spear on his Becky Lynch, but he's going to be going in with the Sentinel for at least game number 1. And yes, it is Espejo on the Ragnar.
Sidelight Sider coming up from Cosolix, disengaging and putting out a ton of punishment onto Espejo. Oh my gosh, he is just getting rocketed around this stage.
Just the follow-ups coming out from Cosolix from his own moves. Another recovery, and Espejo gets launched out of here. Heard the charge up coming out from Cosolix. He's going to go off stage with the Lance, and he knows he's got the safety of Wrenched above him to help him out so he can go for these risky off-stage plays.
So either of them playing into Cosolix when they have Katars in their hands, I worry about their ability to initiate and get on top of him.
It is going to be hard to get stacked on that Lance. There to break up both of the red team members. Another recovery, Espejo down to his final stock. It's going to be Fiend finally losing his first stock, but Cosolix barely even damaged.
And even Wrenched, who is more damaged compared to Cosolix, still on his first stock. And with the Sentinel pick compared to like the Bodvar pick or the Asuri pick, like he's going to bring a lot more defense into this, which definitely if they're on this map,
that's
survivability through the roof, off the meter.
Ooh, Fiend connects with a ground pound on top of Wrench. That will take the first stock off of Wrench, denying that 6th stock.
Espejo's got to be careful. Super red.
He's hurting.
On his final stock. Cosolix still hasn't died. He's not even red.
Side air, and Espejo's gone. It's all left to Fiend. Recovery. Fiend hits a side air, can't chase dodge high enough, and Cosolix finishes it off.
He was there to just take that stock so fast.
He was ready for it.
It was a trade. Like, Wrench still fell, but it's 4 stocks to 1.
Yeah, I was going to say it was 5 stocks to 2. That is a worthwhile trade. Oh, he spot dodged while the opponent was in hit stun. Stomp, chase, dodge, recovery. Cosolix goes for the follow-up. Slide charge down sig. It's going to be the punish from Fiend that shuts down Cosolix, takes off that first stock.
Now, this is just game 1, and like despite seeing like a bunch of other sets today, this one is going to be like, this is really early in the bracket.
Yeah.
They've been waiting on this one for a while. So Wrenched and Cosolix came off with 3-0 win against Uncut Raw Toast and 0-2. Espejo and Fiend, they just came off of a DQ victory. So like they've had time to scrim and warm up that way, but this is like their first fully official tournament game here in 2s at Shine 2019.
They have been warming up, though. They were one of the earliest teams here practicing against a lot of folks. So they've definitely been putting in time warming up, which is so incredibly important when you're off region, when you don't get the opportunity to play with your teammate very often.
But also it depends who they were warming up against. Like the only people we specifically saw them warm up against is Daiku and Noel, who are playing Brynn and Ragnar. None of those weapons are on screen here except the Katars for Sentinel. But even so, it's Wrenched Katars versus Daiku's Katars. Of course, Wrench coming off of being the champion yesterday in singles. So definitely a different play style of Katars that they're having to deal with. And no axes, no spears.
But here we go. Game number 2, Fiend and Espejo. Going to try to find something that'll work against the blue team, because the blue team won that last one fairly convincingly. Espejo busting out the Katar plays onto Cosolix in the unarm, but Cosolix has some fantastic unarm plays in response. Now he's over to his comfort weapon of the Lance inside everything and hitting everyone in the way. Side C connects and Cosolix gets taken out.
Complete 180 from what we saw last game.
Wrenched actually the least damaged person this time. Looks like the red team changing up their focus a little bit, maybe trying to take out Cosolix. They knew how important he was in the last game. Neutral signature from Fiend. Cosolix with a punish. Stock count evened up, but
There's
only for a moment.
Yep. Wrench finding that nair to make it 5 stocks to 4 in favor of the blue team. There's the side light. Doesn't get the downlight follow-up afterward. Now he's taking some more punishment from Wrenched. They're still unable to take off that first stock from him.
Side sig keeps the stock count even. Red team looking a lot better here.
Ooh.
Fiend caught his teammate.
After taking a bunch of damage, too.
Wrenched with a recovery. Fiend's in trouble. Side air. But it's going to be Espejo who falls first between the two red team members.
Ooh, he's bobbing and weaving between 2 hammers on the edge. Fiend is crazy.
And he ends up getting the stock off of Cosolix, playing just close enough that Cosolix has to worry about him and can't just worry about going back to the wall. And so that's going to be the stock count evened up, despite the fact that Fiend was playing unarmed into hammer, and Wrench gets taken out at the top of the map by Espejo.
Ooh, didn't quite have the timing for that 2v2 team combo. They did get at least 1 hit off the follow-up. Ooh, Fiend's going to get knocked out as well. We have a tie game, though.
Might not be tied for long as Espejo's in trouble again. Cosolix putting out all this damage towards him.
Wrenched
side air.
wasn't able to find the kill combo with the D-Light recovery, but Cosolix is there to clean up Espejo with the hammer down air all the way from that top soft platform. It's now Fiend in the 1v2.
There's going high, but Cosolix covers it.
Wow, that was such a smart choice from Cosolix. After Wrench fully charged that signature, Fiend was like, he was looking with just mouth dripping, wanting to punish that.
Just 1 stock is all Fiend needs. Fiend slips past it. Charged up, punish from below from Fiend. Yeah, has more damage on top of himself.
Fiend fighting in the 1v1 against the winner of Shine 2019 in singles.
But he didn't win with this Sentinel. Stomp scoop will do it. Wrench closes out game number 2 for the team. Are we going to see the swap from Espejo and Fiend?
No swaps from the red team, no swaps from the blue team either. Even though Cosolix died quite early, he doesn't feel the need that extra defense from the roll-and pick.
That game was close, but a lot of it was off of the fact that there was a couple of gimps.
Yeah.
Especially that went in the favor of the red team. And that's something that they can't really rely on against this blue team, unfortunately. They got to rely on that neutral game, and in the neutral, blue team has been winning out.
You saw Espejo try to go over and grab the blue team's weapon spawn. Wrench was able to grab it. Cosolix grabs the 3rd one, so it was Espejo who didn't get a weapon until just now. And he's taking more punishment, too. This blue team has been tearing him apart.
And usually in those situations where you see one person taking the brunt of the damage, the other one is the least damaged. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Fiend also taking a little bit of damage as well, staying about even with Cosolix.
They're starting to go on pace, though. Fiend is even with Cosolix. Espejo is even with Wrenched. And if anything, Cosolix now taking some more damage. Stomp side air from Cosolix, though. He's going to be able to take out that first stock.
Dancing around, Fiend starting to look for the kill option. Sends Wrenched off stage. Uh-oh, threw the weapon a little bit too high, so it's going to land on that platform.
There's the nair coming out from Cosolix. Trying to juggle just a little bit. Wrench just fighting both members of the red team. Cosolix just holding that center stage. I think he wanted to post up around that weapon spawn and maybe try and keep himself from dying. With fully charged recovery, Espejo is going to just completely take that.
Wrenched finally loses his first stock. Espejo lost his first stock so early, and they weren't able to clean up a stock off the blue team to keep this one even. So the gap is just widening between the red team and blue team now. Cosolix just reaching for these big moves, these recoveries, these side airs.
They need to kill Cosolix. They have to kill him right now. If Espejo falls without them killing Cosolix, that puts the blue team in a great position and the red team in a very terrible position.
Just like the position they're in right now, as Espejo does indeed fall before Cosolix gets taken out. Finally, the down sig will do it. 4 stocks to the 3 of the red team, but Fiend is the most damaged of all in the side air. Doesn't even need another one. Fiend's gonna fall 2 stocks to 4 of the blue team.
Espejo trying to do what he can in the 1v2. Ooh, the D-Light coming out from Wrenched. Oh, man. It's any time Espejo gets a hit, the other one is there to punish him. But he didn't fall prey to that side charge reverse down signature like so many people have against Cosolix. I give him so much credit for that.
Very true. He was ready for at least that, but unfortunately wasn't ready for just all of the other damage sources coming out from the blue team. Espejo knocked out of this one, and it's all left to Fiend to keep his team alive in this winner's bracket. Deep charging.
Oh, he went for 2.
He really wants it.
He slid charge and then gravity canceled, and that's going to be it. That's a 3-0 for Cosolix and Wrenched over Fiend and Espejo.
Cosolix and Wrenched looking very comfortable, winning that one out 3-0 over Fiend and Espejo. That means Fiend and Espejo now going to be going down into the loser's bracket.
Yep.
And Cosolix and Wrenched going to continue on, not into the top 8. They've got one more match to play, Little Capped and I Throw.